Glad you could be with us. Let's look at God's Word, verse 16 of chapter 15. And Jesus says, you didn't choose me. Of course, they really didn't. They were minding their own business, and he called them to be disciples of his. But I chose you and appointed you that you would go and bear fruit, and that your fruit would remain. So fruit that remains, that can't just be like character that he's talking about. But what kind of fruit did they bear? On the day of Pentecost, Peter preached. Of course, they were all speaking the mighty acts of God. Peter preached, and 3,000 people got saved and baptized. That was the beginning of the church. Is that fruit that remained? 2,000 years later, we still have church. Yeah. And then after Christ snatches us away, we're going to be with him forever. That's fruit that remains. And then he goes on, he says that whatever you ask the Father in my name, he may give you. So put that in context. Asking something in his name, ask the Father in his name, we're talking about fruit bearing. We're not talking about, hey, give me this goodie or that goodie, or help me to win my ball game or something like that. It's stuff that has to do with eternity. Now, that's not to say that you're not supposed to pray, give us this day our daily bread. I mean, Jesus said that, to pray for your needs, but not for your greeds, not for your comforts. Pray for God to make you strong, not to make you wimpy. So whatever you ask in my name, I'll give it to you, in the context of bearing fruit that abides. And so 3,000 souls added, Acts 2:41. Matthew 16:18, he told Peter, after Peter said, you're the Christ, the Son of the living God. He said, okay, you're Peter, a little rock, and on this bedrock, I'm going to build my church. The bedrock would have been what Peter just confessed. Jesus is the Christ, the Son of the living God. Christ said, yep, on that bedrock, I'm going to build my church. Fruit that abides. Have a great day.